and we are nominating Esther Madudu.
Esther Madudu. Esther Madudu is a midwife in Uganda. She helps mothers give birth in a poorly resourced center with no electricity. She delivers 45 to 50 babies per month.
Esther Madudu has this job because the infant mortality rate in Uganda is 63 out of 1,000 births, compared to Canada, which is 5.2 out of 1,000 births, and Norway, which is 2.8 out of 1,000 births.
One of the things Esther Madudu says is, "My dream is to save people." When you hear a baby cry on a delivery, everyone starts to rejoice. She is not only a midwife, she also teaches moms about childbirth and nutritional education to prevent diseases. She teaches moms how to take care of their children properly, and she also trains other midwives. The Nobel Prize of this year should go to Esther Madudu because she takes care of the moms that have their firstborn child. This makes her more special than other midwives because she trains other midwives. And in Uganda, the infant mortality is very high.
Thank you for listening to us. Please consider the nomination of Esther Madudu. Hi, I'm Marcelo. I'm Domingo, and we're nominating Malala Yousafzai for the Nobel Peace Prize. Malala Yousafzai is a girl that likes to study, but in Pakistan, girls can't study because of the Taliban. The Taliban is this group that tortures people just because they stand up for their rights. But the Pakistan government wants the girls to go to school, but the Taliban does not want to.
The action that Malala took was that she stand for girls' rights, and she wrote a report to BBC. That's how BBC knew what was happening.
The reason that she did it was that she liked to learn, but she couldn't because of the Taliban were destroying the schools for girls.
I think she should get the Nobel Peace Prize because of her courage that she took, but still knowing that the Taliban was there. I think she's an example to people.
Thank you for consideration our nomination.
We are doing We are nominating Muhammad Yunus, and we think you should vote for him because he has done really good things, like helping poor people around the world. He has came up with the idea of Kiva and microfinance.
Muhammad Yunus is a banker from Pakistan. He was born on the 28th of June 1940, and he is currently 74 years old.
Muhammad Yunus made the idea of microfinance because of poverty. According to Yunus, poverty means to be deprived of all human values, which are food, clean water, money, and a job. Microfinance helps poor people because they can't borrow from the bank.
Kiva is an example of how Muhammad Yunus has helped poor people through Kiva microfinance. To summarize Muhammad Yunus is not just helping one country. He is helping poor people around the world by coming up with the idea of online voting. This is why you should vote for Muhammad Yunus. Thank you.
Hi. Good morning. Good morning. This is our group, which is Aliria and Guillermo, and we would like to nominate Jeremy Gilley for having the Nobel Peace Prize.
In 1999, Jeremy Gilley created an event called Peace Day. Peace Day is a non-violence day that had been celebrated all around the world. Peace Day had been around for
for many years, since 1999. During these years, more and more people know about Peace Day. Peace Day is on September 21st.
Jeremy Gilly has done an amazing job of trying his best to make the world peaceful. He did such a wonderful job that he got the Nobel Peace Prize on the 6th of December 2012. Last year, he tried his best to stop the Taliban from forbidding girls' education. He agreed with the Taliban to put away their weapons.
In September 2001, as a result of Jeremy Gilly's effort, a General Assembly, a resolution was that almost everyone said yes to Peace Day on 21st of September. Jeremy Gilly risked his life to go to Afghanistan, one of the most dangerous places in the world, just to tell the people from the world about Peace Day.
In conclusion, Jeremy Gilly should get the Nobel Prize because he persuades people to stay calm and peaceful for one day. And by now, 1.5 billion people know about Peace Day.
Thank you for listening, and please consider the nomination of Jeremy Gilly.
Good morning, I'm Ricardo. He's Justin. And I'm Matthew. We're here to nominate Aung San Suu Kyi for the Nobel Peace Prize. Aung San Suu Kyi is a political hero for democracy in her country for speaking out. She is a 69-year-old woman from a country called Myanmar. Aung San Suu Kyi was born in 1945. She lives in a city called Burma. She went to school at the English College of Oxford, where she studied and became a really well-known political person in her country.
In the 1990s, Aung San Suu Kyi won the election. The only problem was the government. When she spoke up for democracy, they put her in jail. 6 years later, they took her out of prison and placed her under house arrest. The government gave her a choice: if she left the country, they would free her, but she chose not to. 9 years later, the government let her go. Aung San Suu Kyi was in prison for 15 years. She spent 9 years in house arrest and 6 years in regular prison. This was done to her because she spoke up against the government for democracy, and that she had won the polls, but the government refused to give her the power to be president. While she was in jail, she was nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize in 1991, 4 years before she got out of prison in 1995. She was fighting for democracy because of these stats: political instability, 2.9 out of 5. Political terror, 4.0 out of 5. No freedom of press. Political participation, 0.6 out of 10. Function of government, 1.8 out of 10. The electoral process, 0.0 out of 10.
She came back to Myanmar, her hometown, and the governor is not giving people democracy and human rights.
We nominate her because she is in war of freedom and she is not afraid to speak up. She helps her country a lot by speaking against the government.
I hope you consider our nomination and that you vote for her. Thank you.